Hello, hello, everybody. Welcome. Welcome to our Sunday night live stream. Hello, hello. Give us a wave and a thumbs up if you're out there. I see we have a few folks on Facebook. Hi, Raw and Val. Yes, I'm wearing my team hoodie, Dirty Kitten Racing hoodie.
Man, I get no love for the original purple DK shirt.
That's an OG shirt. Kathy, Val, Monica, Maria. Who else we got? Anybody over there on YouTube, in YouTube world? Maybe just a few. So everybody, how was Monster Cross? I know a few people were out doing that. Maria, you were racing. Let us know. Ross says you're very matchy tonight. Snowy may show up at some point. Last week she was locked in the room behind us, the guest room, the entire live stream.
We kept hearing weird noises behind us, and I didn't know what it was.
Hopefully she's not locked in there right now.
And I went in there before the live stream to get something, and she must have slipped in and right behind me, and I didn't realize it.
Yeah.
So.
Maria says that she almost threw up.
So good day. Perfect day, right?
Mr. Grenade McBoom says loud and clear on YouTube. Thank you. Who else we got? Oh, Jason is joining us. And a few other folks. Right. Well, we're going to wrap up the stage 1 of the Kitten Crusher tour. The first elevation stage we've had. We'll start off with some highlights. Actually, we'll start off with some announcements, and then we'll do some highlights. And then we'll talk about next week's challenges and a few other fun things.
Sounds good.
Sounds good. If you didn't get a chance to watch the live stream from last week, we did a Monday night stream and had a guest call in. The race director of Roughneck Gravel called in, and we had him on Zoom to chat about that event. So check it out. Yeah. Roughneck Gravel Roubaix.
I don't remember how long the whole thing was. Maybe about a half hour in, if you want to jump.
Yeah, we did a quick wrap up and then talked with him for a little bit.
Yeah. So if you want to get past the boring part of us and Dan, just skip a half hour. He'll be there.
Maria said gassed out, finish mini Mountain Dew and 1 Reese's the whole ride. Oh, that's all you had? Hi, Kendra. Welcome. All right. A couple announcements. The Adventure Kitten Tour 2 virtual podiums will be announced this week. No more changes. If you contacted us about points updates during the protest period that ended on Friday night, we will make those updates and then we will publish the podiums next week for Tour 2.
Yep. Yeah, so if you send us an email before that and stuff's either updated or about to be updated, things may not be refreshed, but we've got all this.
Yeah, we're going to finalize all those updates tonight. So you should see everything for Tour 2 finalized and ready for announcing. And then our Kitten Crusher Tour 3 Stage 1 points will be updated early next week. So that stage closes tonight, and then we need a few days to update all those points, specifically the bonus points that take a little bit of extra time. So plan on seeing those ready by Wednesday. Yeah, we hope, because we'll be leaving for a trip on Thursday.
I don't think we've got any of the bonus points from stage 1 yet. So sit tight. We'll start getting those tonight and tomorrow.
Oh, Butchie's just joined. Hi, Butchie. Welcome.
Kicking off some cowpunk for us.
Yeah. Maybe he's practicing some cowpunk. So just a reminder, the Kitten Crusher Stage 1 challenge was to ride at least X amount of elevation in a single day during the week based on your category. Multiple rides in the same day counted. That was a participation challenge. So as long as you did that, you'll receive full points. I think 5 points was the total for this week. And then
did you enjoy your attempt at?
So it was 1,100 for the mini, 16 for the basic, 2,100 for the full, 3,600 for the supreme. Yes, I did mine today.
After a weekend of concerts and other stuff. So.
We went into DC to see a couple concerts. One of my dad's bands was playing at the Warner Theater, Tedeschi Trucks Band. So we saw them 2 nights in a row. Went out one of the nights and did a lot of walking around DC, checking out museums and stuff during the day. We did like 10 miles of walking yesterday.
Yeah, and then get to save your big elevation challenge for today.
Yeah, and then did the elevation ride today. You got yours too, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, we did it on mountain bikes. Mountain biking is not good for mileage and time, but good for elevation.
Can be. Yeah.
Oh, hi. Hi. People are saying hi. If you have any questions about this past week's challenge, let us know. Hit us up in the comments. We'll answer as we can.
I'm going to throw out one thing about since we're in the elevation challenge. I know sometimes elevation gets messed up on rides, or your Garmin or Wahoo, whatever, isn't quite reading correctly. And Strava has that nice little feature to do elevation correction. And that's basically they'll correct your elevation based off of all of the other data they've taken in for people riding it. They kind of average that stuff out. On some things, they may even use like more official measurements that are out there if it's available. But if you do that elevation correction, that data does not automatically get pushed from Strava over to our system after your ride was loaded. So if you do an elevation correction,
it does not get pushed.
It does not get automatically pushed.
Okay.
So if you have something that you need to, if you have a ride that you need to do that on, my recommendation would be do it and then make the ride private and wait like 30 seconds and then make it public again. The making the ride private will actually have our system delete it. So it'll wipe it out, and then as soon as it comes back in, we'll grab it and get all the new data. So.
Maria, why do you say Monster Cross was a lie? Because she had to do a correction, maybe? I thought
maybe there was just no monsters. It's not cyclocross, and there was no monsters. It's obvious.
Well, she was one of the people that said about she needed an update for her elevation.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. So if that's if you need help with that, email me. But it should just be as easy as do the correction, make the ride private. You could even come check the site, and once you see that the ride has disappeared from your recent rides, make it public again, and we'll get all that.
Maria says yes, that was it. Also, no monsters. Oh, hi, Hi, Janae. Mid-South Gravel joined us. Hi, Mid-South people. Welcome to our live stream. Be prepared for random things that we talk about during it. All right, again, any questions about the challenges or the leaderboard, hit us up in the comments and we'll answer as we go. And I know there's a little bit of a delay, so if we see a question, we'll circle back. All right, we're going to move on to some highlights from the Stage 1 challenge, our first elevation week. We're going to look at some of the big rides people put in.
I figured I'd just start off right away with Tom Knoll, because we all know that we'll have the little, hey, who had the most elevation this week? It's Tom Knoll.
Shocker.
40,000 feet. So he got a good Everesting in this week. Nice work, Tom.
So this is for the week, though. This is
that's the week.
Yeah.
We'll check his date. But I mean, this whole group there was a bunch of people. I think this is the most out of all the categories. All the highest ones were in this category.
I mean, so this is a battle for second place now.
Yeah.
Between John and Chris.
It always has. Well, but Tom did pull out a 10,000 foot ride.
Nice work,
so
Tom. I think he's back from Arizona now. Cynthia did beat him out last week.
Yeah, so we might have to make an exception. Cynthia Frazier did. I don't even know where that ride. It was.
Well, can you go to?
America?
It was in the Adventure Kitten. Go to the Adventure Kitten tour.
I don't know if her stuff if it'll be available.
So Cynthia Frazier, who is a
let me hide this really quick for a second.
Pro, what is it? Ultra endurance rider. I think she was overseas. She goes overseas and races a lot of ultra endurance events. She did something like a 500-mile ride last week, and I think she started on Sunday and then ended on like Monday or Tuesday. So it's weird how it counted as a Sunday ride, but also she did it as part of this week. So
here's her ride: 544 miles. 70,459 feet of elevation in 57 hours of moving time.
Yeah.
I'm not even sure. That may be even the elapsed time.
She was the first woman and tied for 4th/5th overall, or 4th out of 5, maybe. I'm not sure.
Yeah,
We'd have to look up the scoring. The Trans Cordilleras Ultra Nonstop.
I'm glad you pronounced that because I was having trouble figuring out what to say.
I'm guessing it's somewhere in South America, but I don't actually know.
But yeah, so that ride technically started on Sunday and then ended a couple days later. So we might have to figure out a way to do a special one
so
for that.
she beat Tom Noel.
Yeah, because she would have. But then unfortunately it's like, oh, she has 0 feet for the week because it all got applied.
Yeah, I'm not sure. It's weird if it's over multiple days because it gets counted when you start, but that's tricky. Yeah, you're right. We may need to make an exception for that.
But we'll give her our congratulations.
Yeah, congrats on your first place finish, Cynthia. She's a woolly booger. She's actually a NICA coach, so she works with some of the booger juniors that we have.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. She also is the race director for Gravista, which is a gravel event. That's usually in June in Virginia. And we did a giveaway for that.
Did we do that one?
Yeah.
I think we did, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
She gives us an entry to give away. So check out her event, Gravista. And that is in Buena Vista, Virginia. And it is usually in June. I think she may have changed it this year. I think it's in May this year. So, sorry. It's actually in May this year.
Oh, okay.
Check it out if you're interested. It's a pretty cool event. A lot of people in the Mid-Atlantic go up there and ride in the Shenandoah area near the Blue Ridge Mountains.
Yep.
She wins all the things, says Ra. I know, she does win all the things.
Yeah, she's had a pretty good year and a half or so.
Yeah, she's been winning quite a bit.
Yeah. Should we hit a couple of the other?
Yeah, let's look at some of the others. We're going to stay with the Supremes for now.
So we got another... Not as big numbers on the overall for the women, open women, but he had a big 10,000 foot
nice
single
job,
day. Nice work. I think that almost matches Tom's. So,
yeah. But then who had the weekly one? Patty?
Yeah, Patty with just 16,000.
Oh, okay, but he was up there with 13.
Yeah.
Nice. Yep. He is one of the Melanin Base Miles riders.
Then we look over at the...
And I think she's actually on the chat. Congratulations.
We look over at the open men. Our buddy Carl and John Hartsfield battling it out up there in the mid to upper 20,000s, making me feel like a schlub. And I have no excuse really.
John came out.
We live at the bottom of a mountain, and I didn't even climb that much this week. So.
John came out and rode with Artemis up Hamburg, and we weren't even here to do it. And we don't ride Hamburg as much as other people, and we live at the base of it.
Yeah, it's really hard to motivate to ride up it when you live right at the bottom because it's like you have no warm up. So
you don't have.
We come down it a lot because we go out and then come up the ridge from a different direction.
Oh wow, that group put some pretty good rides in.
This group had a bunch at the top that were all pretty big.
Val said somebody finally challenged Tom.
And then the open women in that group, Abigail and Britt battling out there.
Ooh, Britt's getting some big rides in.
Yeah, so. I know there was a couple I was looking through. I think the full surprisingly had some of the bigger numbers. All
right.
So the full Val. Open, we had a couple over 10,000 Val Cummings.
Do we have any juniors that...
I don't know about juniors.
Ooh, 11,000 feet for Jake.
Load. Yeah, nice. Junior action getting over 10,000.
Can we look at the full non-binary also? Oh, M Boo.
M getting 12,000. Let's see what her big ride. 3,000 foot ride. So she spread it out all week, getting a good, nice balanced week.
I think M posted maybe they were riding with Junior, another Melanin Base Miles member. Yeah. So there could be some big elevation coming from that team.
Yeah. My category here being dominated by Connor Dancy on the overall, but then Warren I know had the big 5,000 plus foot ride.
Some good rides from this group as well though.
Yeah.
You're up there. You've got.
Yeah.
Top 10 maybe?
Kind of slacking, a little too busy. A little too busy this week, but hopefully we get a chance.
How about the Open Women? Did you look at that, or the
yeah.
Masters Women?
And then the Masters ones here are crazy. I'm going to start at the top of this one. So we've got
Oh wow, Doreen.
A lot of people over.
And Jude.
Over 10.
Kathy over 10.
60 plus men.
Wow.
David and Reggie.
Nice job, Reggie.
In the 20,000s again.
Reggie's out in Arizona.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Did he do Mount Lemon?
I think so, yeah. I think he did.
So,
he was saying that on the group ride.
Because we're going to be in Arizona next week, but unfortunately in the Phoenix Valley, so not a lot of climbing available. But
we always do that to ourselves.
We'll get as much as we can.
He says, thank you. I'm having a blast doing the series. Aw, we're glad to have you, he.
And then the Masters, we got another big
Zakir. That's another,
yeah.
I think Zakir's another Artemis rider.
Yeah, I think he had one of the pictures where they came out, yeah.
Yeah, so they were doing some Hamburg climbs.
Yeah.
Feel free to come out and ride Hamburg. It's a big climb in Frederick, goes by our house. You can always stop at our little base camp area and rest before or after if you're doing repeats, in between the repeats.
Yeah. So John says they're going to be in this weekend. So
we're never here when they
We're
come.
not going to be here, but we'll make sure that we stock the aid station. Maybe put some water out.
Yeah, we got to refill the water. I had taken it out because it was getting below freezing.
Yeah. Which I don't think will ever happen again in our lifetime now, so we're probably safe to put it back out.
John, let us know what kind of snacks you guys want.
Yeah.
We just had a tree taken down too, so there's more space.
It's a little torn up over there, but still accessible.
Oh, Reggie said Mount Lemon was last week. Oh, wow. Okay.
So he's still got some good climbing, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't realize. That's right. Reggie overlapped a little bit with Tom, I think.
Gotcha.
But they were going to try to meet up and then weren't able to. If anybody's out in Arizona this weekend through next week, we will be out there in the Phoenix area. Let us know.
Yeah.
Yep. Nick says, rides tonight count for this week's leaderboard? ? Yes.
Up until, as long as you start it before midnight, it counts for this week's leaderboard. Yep.
Yeah, so there may be some that aren't even loaded yet.
Yeah.
If people are still riding right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, are you riding right now, Nick? Are you on the bike? Are you on the trainer? Didn't he do a big ride? Was he one of the people?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't remember.
Let's go to the, did you do 40 plus Masters women in the fall?
I didn't get in those. We got another.
Ted.
40 plus men. Ted.
And Keith.
Ted.
Nice job, guys.
And, let's see, big rides there. Ted over 5,000. That's a nice solid ride.
Casey Clark is actually out in England.
That's pretty good elevation for out there. They're still getting up that much.
Yeah.
And then the women 40 plus.
Mindy and Jen
getting up over 15,000.
4 people over 10. That's a solid
group. Yeah.
Oh, Jen Tillman, nice job.
Yeah.
And then go to the what was the stage 1 for that group? I just want to see the.
Ooh, Jen with the big 8,000 foot ride. Man, and Mindy with 6,000 feet.
Nice job, ladies.
Some people doing big days.
That's, Ra and
pretty
Casey
good for early
in the top
season. Yeah.
No, 8 p.m. after kids go to bed. Okay. He's gonna get on the bike after that. Nice. Val says she's working on more elevation. Right, meow. Yeah. You've got a few hours left.
Extra points for the right meow, Val.
Did we want to look at any basics or minis?
I could try.
We didn't do them last week, so.
Yeah, I'll pull this back up.
Just because we didn't do any highlights, so we'll do a few extra highlights this week.
Yeah, I mean, when we look at
a lot of basics,
a lot of people still over 5,000. Like I feel like maybe our number was a little low because people were crushing the daily.
Yeah, but we didn't want it to be like unattainable for people.
That's the open.
Some people, it's hard for them to get any elevation.
Yeah. Open women, a lot of people getting way over.
Angie Snoop in the top 3, one of our riders. Ashley, one of our riders. 6. Carrie, nice job. A lot of ladies getting elevation in there.
Another junior with a big ride, big day, 7,000 feet.
Nice job, Henry.
I'm pretty sure that I never did anything that hard as a junior. Climbing 7,000 feet.
No, there's no way. Maria says just did the make private and update and back to everyone. Worked quick. What a wasted 250 plus feet ride. Mr. Grenade McBoom says, are you going to separate the virtual and the real world rides like you did with distance? Not for this one, but for some of the stages.
Yeah, when we do a competitive stage, we'll split those out. Yeah.
For the competitive elevation stage, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So then the junior women, Avery had a big 3,700 foot ride.
Oh, three of these junior women.
Yeah.
I think Mia's been snowboarding, so no elevation for her.
I think all of the juniors did more than me. Maybe I gotta,
yeah, they did more than me too.
Gotta kick my butt into gear.
They're in my same category.
Should we do a couple of minis too?
Yeah, let's look at some of the minis. How are the minis doing here?
So.
Anna. There we go, Anna.
Getting over and Rachel.
We saw Anna when we were out in Snowshoe.
Yeah, I got to meet a bunch of cool people out there.
Ooh, Devin George.
Devin, one of our local guys, getting the mark in there. And
can we do the mini non-binary? I think we have a rider. Anna.
Oh, it doesn't look like any elevation available there. Open, Julie. Still a lot of people in there.
Aaron Baldwin.
Yeah.
Did a good one. Then there's a lot of... do the Masters men for the mini. Right there. You keep passing it.
Oh, Mike Curtis, another local Frederick guy.
They like crushed it because it was only 600. Oh no, This one person, Richard Wilmore, he was so close.
I know, right there. Just gotta...
Hey Richard, you just need 20 more feet and then you'll be good.
Depends on what day. He might have to restart it all though.
Oh, hi Ian. Ian just joined from Outsiders.
Look at this, the Masters 60 plus here. A lot of people getting...
Oh yeah, nice job, Mercedes.
Yeah.
Mercedes was behind a little bit, so I'm glad to see her back on the bike. Cool. All right, well, congratulations, everybody. Nice job putting in the elevation this past week. I think that brings us to our Stage 2 challenge. Is everybody ready for the Stage 2 challenge for next week? If you have any questions about last week's challenge, leaderboard, etc., drop them in the comments. If you have any comments, drop them in the comments.
Maybe get a drum roll sound effect for next time.
Oh yeah, are you going to use your new sound effect?
Well, I did.
Did you put it on?
No, I've got to pull it out and we got a snow finally after like a week and a half of trying to record Snowy meowing. I think I finally got a good one that we can throw in for a sound effect.
Yeah, we have a Snowy meow sound effect. I just don't know when we're going to use it, though.
She's kind of a little jerk. She'll sit there and respond to me and meow every time until I pull out the phone, and as soon as I do, she'll stop meowing.
Where is she?
It's probably better to not know.
I don't even want to know where she is. Snowy! Meow, meow! See if she comes up at some point.
All right, so Stage 2.
Yep, Tour 3, Stage 2.
What do we got?
Here's what we got. Do you have a drum roll?
I don't.
Ride at least X feet of total elevation each day for 5 days, depending on your category. Multiple rides in the same day count. So, another participation challenge.
We switched it up a little this tour. Giving you the 1 day first, easing people into to the elevation. But now we're going to make you do it every day.
Okay, so it's similar to last week in the sense that each category will have their own amount of elevation. But this coming week, you have to do 5 days, any 5 days between Monday and Sunday. Or you could do more than that, but at least 5 days of at least a certain amount of elevation each day. So as long as you hit that threshold each day for your category, you're good. And I'm sure Chris will figure out a way to do partial points if people are only able to get a few days in.
Yep, just like the other ones, we'll do partial points for 3 and 4 days. So.
Someone says, I'm out. Beach life gives us no elevation. Yeah, it kind of sucks if this week or this tour, you're somewhere where you can't get a lot of elevation.
Yeah. Bridge repeats aren't very fun, so sorry.
Yeah. Find a bridge, find an overpass, and just go up and down. That's what they do in Florida. And then the bonus challenges will be revealed in the email that goes out tonight. So that's just the ride challenge.
So what do we got on tap for Zwift rides this week?
All right. Zwift rides. So a little different this week. Tomorrow we're going to do our normal Monday night ride. It'll be a regular time, 6:30 Monday night, but it's going to be an endurance ride. So not recovery specific. We'll have elevation. It'll be a average kind of amount of elevation. It may hit the mark for some people. It may not be enough for others, but it's just like do it, and you can have it be a supplement to your elevation day if you want. Maybe you'll get all of your elevation during it, and it'll probably be it'll be harder than a normal Monday night ride that we've had. So we'll split into groups and people can just ride their own pace. So if you're down to do that, it'll be an hour elevation endurance ride.
Have you already put up that
in
the group? Mm-hmm. So that's already in the group. So if you want to go check it out, you'll be able to see the route and get an idea for how much elevation will be in it. Mm-hmm. So that way, if your day needs more and you want to do that ride, you can plan on either doing some before or after. So
just go to the Zwift club, our club, Dirty Kitten Gravel, and then there will be a little section that says club events. Click on that, and then there's a calendar, and I've put in the rides for the next couple weeks. So it has the Monday ride for tomorrow in there, and then the Friday ride for next week.
Does it tell you?
The following Monday and the following Friday. Yes, it does. It'll say it says the route. So for tomorrow, we're doing temples and towers, and you can actually search that you can just go to Google, type in Zwift temples and towers, and it will give you the elevation for that loop.
Yeah.
And so that'll be the elevation that we do for that hour, and you can do, the full hour or more, whatever.
There's a couple of sites that give a wrap up of all of the Zwift routes. It'll probably put you on one of those.
ZwiftInsider.com, I think.
You can find it on Zwift also if you go through the available routes, like you're trying to start a ride or something, but it's probably just easier to Google it.
Christy said, was there a different challenge or goal for a Peloton rider? I wasn't able to participate last week, unfortunately. So if you contacted us last week about an alternative challenge because you're a Peloton rider, and this is only for people who are Peloton riders or have a stationary bike that doesn't do elevation, those folks were given an alternative challenge. And that alternative challenge will last the entire tour. So you can't do the alternative one week and not the next week. It has to be all or nothing.
Yeah.
And it's only for people who only ride Peloton and stationary bike. They have no other option.
And only do indoor. If you're splitting indoor and outdoor, and it's my indoor option doesn't have no, we're trying to target just people that had an exercise style bike without elevation as their only means of doing the challenges.
Yeah, so in the email that went out last week, there was information about that. It asked that you contact us, and then Chris responded with information. So you should have received an email with that information if you contacted us. So the Zwift rides are up for the next couple weeks in the club. I think Val is planning to do an elevation, climbing ride on Saturday the 4th of March. To be announced officially, but I think that's the plan. So I will also post that on the...
That'll be in the next week though, right?
Yeah, letting people know ahead of time. So we do have some group Zwift rides that include elevation for the next few weeks during this challenge. Our Friday coffee and trivia rides.
Somehow the Friday coffee and trivia always gets elevation, even
if I just pick a route that's 100 feet, and then it just seems like there's so much climbing in it.
Yeah. There's a conspiracy to make it hard for me to drink my coffee on that ride. So.
Yeah, Val says yup. All right. Well, if Val says yup, then I'll post that ride for Saturday the 4th, which is in 2 weeks.
So we'll have our Monday and our Friday coffee, and then are you doing Wednesday?
So this week I'm doing a Wednesday morning workout. Okay. That will be live Wednesday morning at 6:30 a.m. on YouTube, and then YouTube will promptly take the video down because of copyright issues.
So if you want to see it, you got to get up and watch with us.
Got to get up and do the live at 6:30 because then they take it down at noon.
But we're going to record it a different way this week too, so that if we have issues with that, we can put it back up with certain things blanked out and still get the rest of it.
Oh, okay. Yep. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Those are the rides this week for Zwift. Any questions about the Zwift rides or anything involving Zwift in general? Let us know. Hit us up in the comments. All right. Next, we have our event entry giveaways. I think I announced that Zoe Rayner won one of our Roughneck Gravel entries last week. And then Chris Bellin won our Loudon 1725 gravel grinder entry this week.
Nice.
Well, that was like last week's event highlight, and then we did the drawing this week. So congratulations, Chris. He is pumped to go to Loudon for that event.
Always a fun day.
Yeah, and if you're interested in the Loudon 1725 gravel grinder, it's just a ride, not a race. It's a fundraiser for some local organizations in Loudon, Virginia. That event takes place in June, and you can check it out on the EX2 Adventures website, and or go to Bike Reg and just search Loudon 1725.
Yeah, John, we'll put out the bonus challenge with the email tonight. We haven't put that in yet, so.
Oh yeah, yep. I just said the main challenge for this week, but I haven't said any of the bonus challenges. Yeah. So that'll go in the email. So you have to read the email. I can tell when people don't read the email because they ask a question about something that was in the email.
Are you going to
talk
about this week's giveaway too then?
Yeah, so this week we're highlighting Grounded, Nebraska, which we talked a little bit about last week, but I wanted to just make sure that we give a little bit of an overview of them. So the race directors for this event are two women, one of which I have worked with in the past, Kate and Susan. They put on Grounded, Nebraska. It's a gravel festival that takes place in Lincoln, Nebraska in the summer. So does it have the date up there? This year it's in June. Yeah.
June 24th.
Yep, June 24th. Oh, sorry, not Lincoln, Roca. I think it's near Lincoln.
That's okay. I think Lincoln's the only thing in Nebraska, so no one's going to fault you for saying Lincoln.
So they try to focus on having a fun, family-friendly, inclusive ride event for all types of people. It's not a race, it's a ride. They have, it's festival style. They have stuff going on in the area all weekend. And so if you go to the website, groundedne.com, you can find information on all the different things that they do. I think actually they do a race portion. I said it's not a race, but I think they may have a race aspect to it. Yeah. So there is actually a race aspect to it, or you can do it as a ride. And then they have different types of podiums. So
and they've got a big 125-mile course, 60-mile course, and a 25-mile course.
Yeah. Yeah. So they just try to provide like different options for all different types of people. You can do the short course and just do it as a ride, or you can race one of the longer courses.
I love looking at Midwest gravel race routes.
They're all like
there's like, it's 100 miles and there's like 8 total turns. Yeah. And they're all 90 degrees.
It's like, here's this gravel road that goes for 20 miles. One interesting thing, though, that they say on this 125 course description is don't let the misconception that Nebraska is flat fool you. Yeah. There's 5,000 feet of elevation in that course.
I imagine, well, that's not too bad. I imagine it's a lot like the Kansas perception, though. Everyone thinks that, well, actually, that's probably kind of on par with that. But yeah, Dirty Kansas, Outbound, everyone thinks like, oh, it's Kansas, it's flat, and there's a lot of rolling hills that get you. So the Midwest can still hurt your legs.
Yeah, so this is an interesting little piece here. They say race, ride, or party pace. So again, you can do kind of whatever option you want for that. Our event's kind of similar. We tell people you can come and race or you can just come and ride, and it's up to you. You don't have to be competitive. They also have, I think under information, home, there's some, I'm not sure if they have it up yet, but they do various rides throughout the weekend. And I think they have different people from around the country come to lead rides during the weekend, sort of like a pre-ride type thing. So again, it's like a whole weekend kind of event. You can stay in the area and check out all the other fun things they have going on. So head over to groundedne.com and see what you think about that. We're going to be giving away one free entry to this event to a lucky DKWTS participant, plus swag.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Nice. So Kate and Susan are giving us a free entry and swag to give away. Since this wasn't on our original list, I'm going to add it, and then you can go in and you can say that if you're interested in this event. Please only say that you're interested if you can go. And then we'll do a drawing and give an entry away to somebody. And maybe we'll go. We don't know. We're going to try to go.
Maybe,
it's just a big trip.
I need a reason to check Nebraska off of my 50 states visited. I've never... Nebraska's one of the few. So.
I know. Yeah, it'd be a cool trip to go out there for that event. I also really like the design that they have going on and their kits.
It is pretty cool, yeah.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
I'm sure Val can, speak to that. She's a design person. She knows how all that stuff works. Any questions about any of the events that we are highlighting? Let us know. You can always find them on Bike Reg. And registration for all these events is open already. Which brings us to my next thing. I'll jump to this one. Our Dirty Kitten events for the year are all up on our website. If you go to dirtykittengravel.com and then on the main page, there'll be a list of the events. You can click each event and find out more information about it. You can also go to Bike Reg and search our events. We have 3 events coming up. Well, I guess technically 2 coming up and then 1 in the summer. So we've got Cat Camp, which is sold out, but our wait list is open. That's in March. End of March, beginning of April. Growly Cat, that's our gravel adventure alley cat scavenger hunt event happening in April.
My favorite event.
That's
my favorite to put on. I wish I could have participated in it also,
I know.
But also I kind of know too much
you
about
kind of
it.
do
It
participate
fair,
in it, because you ride the entire course putting up signs and
Yeah.
everything and marking it. If you want to learn more about that, just go to our website and click on info. And then we've got our gravel race happening in the summer. Reg for that will open March 1st, we hope, if I can get the reg up in time. That's like happening soon.
I think you'll get it.
We also have our DKWTS finale ride happening the last weekend of the series, which I think is March 12th.
Oh, sorry, what?
I think it's March 12th. It's the Sunday at the end of the series. And we're hoping to do a finale ride if it doesn't decide it's going to snow. It's going to suddenly be winter.
It is the 12th, yes.
It's 12th, right? Yeah, cool.
March 12th.
I was right. Hi, Sammy. Sammy just joined us. We're rambling on about dates.
I was trying to find...
Oh, you're trying to find the...
I'll do it this way.
The one that Vian did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so if you're...
We haven't heard much from him because he is having a baby.
I think that's inexcusable. So our buddy Vian did a great video of Growly Cat. I think it was 2 years ago. Oh, no, a year. a little over a year ago.
Yeah, 1 year ago.
He was at the first one. But it's a cool overview. He kind of goes through how everything works. You get to see a little bit of a tour of that. So if you just jump on YouTube and search for Growly Cat, it's Mountain Road Ride is the... Well, I can't start it playing. Otherwise it'll come through.
Oh, okay.
But Mountain Road Ride is his YouTube. You can check that out. And again, just search for Growly Cat. That'll pop up. I think it's the first one that pops up under any ads, of course. So.
Yeah, well then someone else did one too.
Yeah, we have a couple people that have done a couple of overviews of those. But yeah.
We also have our own little recon stuff on our YouTube channel if you head over there.
And we'll send out a link to that video later so people can see it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and registration is open for Growly Cat. There's 250 spots. I think we're around 150-ish, maybe just under. So about 100 more spots to go for that. And that is not a race. It's a ride. There is a competitive aspect to it, but you're not racing.
We take the time you leave. We take the time you come back. And we tell everybody who got all the checkpoints the fastest. But I'd say at least half of the people don't really care too much about the time.
Yeah.
They're out there having fun. It's kind of cool. People are riding in different directions all day and stopping in the same. You see big groups of people stopping and talking to each other, and a lot of running into friends, and it's cool.
Yeah, you can pack a little bag and have a picnic out on course. You know, go to the top of the Kitten Crusher and hang out. This year, we're actually going to have some fun stuff at our after party at Growly Cat. We have some of our sponsors, new sponsors and previous sponsors chipping in. So we're going to have a little after party hang at the end of Growly Cat with, we'll have lunch for anybody that orders lunch, and then we'll have drinks, alcoholic, non-alcoholic. We're going to have whiskey tasting provided by a local distillery that is just starting to get their whiskey out into the area, and some other interesting, fun things happening. So it'll be a good time. If you come with your friends and family, you can ride and they can hang out. Any questions about any of these events, hit us up in the comments, and we will wrap this up. I know we have our Exploding Kittens prizes. We have 4 Exploding Kittens games that we're going to give away to 4 participants who did the Ride Crew bonus challenge for Tour 2. That was the post or send a photo of your ride crew, of your friends, the people you ride with. We're going to do a drawing and pick 4 people from that list, and they will win some of the Exploding Kittens prizes.
If they win, they have to play the game with whoever they sent in for their ride crew, right?
They do.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and just to recap, we've got those prizes right here. From the Exploding Kittens people, the people that make these games, which is actually called Game of Kittens. So the company's called Game of Kittens. They make Exploding Kittens, the original game. They make Exploding Minions, Mantis, and
I like that.
Hand-to-Hand Wombat. So
Which Ted pointed out involves some kind of
throwing wombat poop at each other.
Stacking of wombat poop. Which I guess wombats do. I don't know. I need to look into that now. I feel like I learned something that I never wanted to learn.
So thank you to the people at Game of Kittens, Game of Kittens, for providing us with those games to give away. We also have some other fun prizes in these boxes behind us that we will have for the end of the series. We have some things that Wolftooth sent us for our events. We also have some items from Chamois Butter, and we got some items from a couple of our other sponsors back here that we're going to give away. So stay tuned for that. And then lastly, a fun announcement. We finally have our Perito 5th anniversary Perito jersey ready to go, ready for pre-order. And we are going to send information out about that tonight in our email. And then again on social media about how you can pre-order this jersey and some matching bibs / shorts for April delivery. So the hope is that we will get them in time for Growly Cat, so all Growly Cat participants can order those and pick them up at the event, and then anybody else can order those and have them shipped. This is a design that was created with the help of my two teamies, Paulette and Val, who are awesome, amazing graphic artists, and produced by Pearl Izumi. So we're going to have these jerseys in 2 different styles, both men's and women's cuts.
Cool.
Yeah. And all that information will be sent out tonight, and there'll be an order link that you can go to.
And that's just a jersey, but it is it's meant to match our previous bibs. So if you've got a pair of those bibs, it should work with us.
Yeah, and it matches either the Dirty Kitten Gravel bibs or the Dirty Kitten Racing bibs. So if you have either one of those, this will match. We tried to incorporate both of those color designs so that everything could sort of, flow and mix and match. We're really excited about it, especially because there is a burrito pocket. And little Snowy is poking her head out of it.
Yes. She needed to be on a jersey, so it's about time.
And thank you to Pearl Izumi for helping us get that together kind of last minute. We had a snafu and had to transition some things. So luckily we were able to get that going quickly. Thank you to them. Yeah. All right. Any other questions or comments before we sign off tonight? Drop them in the comments. I think that's all I got. Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
Thanks for joining us.
Thanks, everybody.
We're down to, I think,
We got 3 weeks left.
2 or 3. Stage 2, 3. Yeah, 3 weeks left of the series.
Yeah.
2 weeks in this tour and then a bonus week.
Yeah.
It's hard when the weather gets nice, though. It's sort of like people aren't as motivated when the weather gets nice because they can go do more things.
Yeah, global warming's going to make it so that we only have to do like 2 weeks and then you get spring back. So
Yeah. Spring's coming early this year.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend and stay tuned for that email coming at you tonight, hopefully before midnight.
All right, take it easy, everyone.
Bye.
Ooh.
Keep riding dirty. It's sort of like people